Hello, I'm Devin. Welcome to my YouTube channel, where I talk about analog productivity tools to enhance your digital work. I'm not sure if I like that little tagline, but we're using it today. This video is to talk about the first two bundles you're going to need in your Everbook if you're going to set up a getting things done productivity system. The bundles are number 0, your blank pages bundle, and bundle number 1, your inbox, or in basket. People have different names for what they call it. But without further ado, let's have a look and talk about what they're for. Bundle number 0, blank pages. You'll never guess. In here, you're going to have blank pieces of paper. Now, I'm going to show you the 3 different types of paper that I keep in my blank pages bundle, and the ones that you keep will be different. But the only thing I would say is it is so great to have consistency with the types of paper you decide to use. Here we go. Paper type number 1. I don't know about you, but I have a lot of notebooks around my house that I have no intention to use anymore, but they're full of useful paper. So what did I do? I tore out all the paper. It takes a little bit of time, but you can tear these out so that you can use them in a one-off basis. These have been great for long-form writing, for journaling, or I do use them to take notes. Or I wrote a note to my wife and I was like, I need paper. I used one of these. It was great. Made her like a little booklet of some things I wanted to share. So yes, recommend. Those old notebooks, you don't need to throw them in the trash. Put them to use. Paper number 2. This is unique. You'll see a lot of blank paper being used in Everbook circles, and you can certainly do that in your blank pages. I don't use this for taking notes. This is a bit thicker. I use it for sketching, for drawing. In my Everbook, instead of buying a sketchbook, I have a sketchbook bundle, and I always have blank paper ready that is a good paper type for drawing in pencil. Finally, I have a dot grid that on a very light white paper. Now, you might be asking, hey, dot grid, that's nice. When I want dot grid paper, I've been buying a new notebook from Leuchtturm for $25. How much does it cost to get this paper? And the answer at my house is nothing. This paper was completely free because online we found a free dot grid template, and then here in Minnesota, we can go to the local library and we can print a bunch of pages, black and white, for free every month. And so I have a nice pile of pieces of paper. Right, this is printed in 8.5 by 11, slice it in half so that it's the half letter size, which is what my Everbook is built around. Now, I mentioned consistency. If you're like me, you have no idea what the name of all the different paper types and weights are. So, this is not going to be relevant for everyone, but some of you might want to get something like this. Print Ninja offers a printing guide, right? If you're going to work with them to make books, etc., you're going to have to pick what kind of paper you want your book printed on. And so, for $5, at least that's what I think it cost when I got it, you can buy this little booklet. It has all of the different types of paper. And so, I'll just give one example, right? So this page here, if I wanted my book printed with, or magazine or whatever, printed with this type of paper on their website, I would order 85-pound text, and the coating would be glossy. I didn't know that until I bought the sample pack. I've found my dot grid paper, if I were to go buy that at a store, I'd be looking for 55-pound text paper, and my drawing paper is 85 pounds. 85-pound text, not 85-pound cover. So, paper samples. Really great. I'm sure you can find them lots of places online. You've got your paper. You've got your blank pages. Awesome. What are you going to do? Very simple. You're going to be chatting with a friend, and then you're going to bring up some important subject that you're like, That's an important topic. I need to take notes. What do? You grab a fresh blank piece of paper out and you start writing on it. Now, in my case, I did this earlier today. I was talking with a friend and we started getting into some stuff that was really cool and I wanted to take notes about it, but I didn't use a piece of paper like this. I actually used some Post-it notes. So I've got a couple pieces of paper here with some things written on it. And what's funny is immediately following our call, I did not have time to do anything with these pieces of paper, even though there's stuff in here I want to work with. I had to hop on a call with a client. Pretty important. Needed to shift my mind space really fast. So what do? Well, I'm going to take this bundle, and I'm just very simply, if I can open it with one hand, tripod gang, help me. Tell me what I need to get. Here we go. I'm just going to drop these in here. Bam. Bam. Done. That's where they're going to live. They're just stuck in there until probably at the end of my day today, I will open this up and process what goes through there. Now, this video is not to teach you how to process things. This video is to say we have these two bundles, blank pages and the inbox. And a lot of times, blank pages are going to be used and go right into the inbox. The inbox is also, this is for anything that is handed to you that you will need to deal with or that you want to deal with, but you don't have time to deal with it right now. So for example, I have 4 kids and they like to bring me the mail when daddy's name is on an envelope that the postman drops off. I get a 3-year-old comes tromping into my office to hand that to me. I, 9 times out of 10, do not have time to deal with that right then. So it goes into the inbox and then I will deal with it later. I can trust that it's in here. All the stuff that's come my way, it's in here. I don't need to go searching for it anywhere. It's just all in one spot. And I have time in my day I've allocated to make sure I open this, go through the stuff I've been collecting, figure out what to do with it. I subscribe to the logbook. I know that's kind of a mainstay as you look at a lot of Everbook material out there. And there is one reason why. There's probably a few, but one key reason is I found myself stuck with the friction of copying info from the logbook onto other pieces of paper so that I could organize it into my system where it needed to go. If you watch David Allen walk through how he does getting things done, and if you listen in his book and in his materials, how he teaches do the method, it's always when a new thing starts happening, you grab a fresh piece of paper. We are not adding notes to a piece of paper that has other things on it. Because what's going to happen, you grab that fresh piece of paper, you start filling it out with material, and then what do? You put it in your inbox. When it's time to process the inbox, it is one piece of paper at a time. This is so helpful, especially if you have ADHD or anything else that makes it hard to focus and stay focused. It will keep you in the context of what you've put on that piece of paper. There's just one thing on it, and you need to think about it. Maybe it's a project, maybe it's a task, maybe it's reference. I don't know. Could be anything. You can stay focused just on that one thing. Put it where it needs to go, and then when it's done, move on to the next one. Move on to the next one. And as loose leaf pieces of paper, you can just move it from one bundle to the next. So, right, early in the day, maybe I have a brilliant thought. Maybe I have a thought for a YouTube video. What do? I'm just going to take 2 seconds, scroll my thoughts down on a fresh blank piece of paper. And I might stick it in the inbox. Like, this is brilliant. But then, at the end of my day, I have a time to go through my inbox. I also, in the morning and in the end of my workday, go through my inbox. I'm going to come to that piece of paper with my YouTube video idea. I'm going to think about it, and I might do 2 things. I'm going to move that blank piece of paper from the inbox into a project bundle, a project support bundle, where I record other ideas for this YouTube channel. And I'm going to park it there. And so that's waiting for me when it's time to work on that. So those are your first 2 bundles. Bundle number 0, your blank pages, and bundle number 1, your inbox.